So who's checking the health risks? So the ITU set their EMF or electromagnetic field exposure limits less than ICNIRP and the IEEE. ICNIRP is the International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection. That's quite a mouthful. And the IEEE, like some of you know, is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. That's probably more well known than ICNIRP. Just some things that they look at or have published. If you are a field worker, someone who works on a 5G or 4G or any tower, and then the public, they all have different exposure limits. The public generally have safe or lower limits, and there are some things like the equivalent isotropically radiated power or equivalent radiated power, and Wi-Fi, for instance, and mobile networks and radars and all sorts of wireless technologies all have their own limits. And if you compare Wi-Fi, for instance, to your microwave, they both use similar frequencies, so 2.4 gigahertz, but your Wi-Fi is not cooking you alive. And a microwave might be emitting over 1,000 watts, where Wi-Fi will be far less than that. So those are what the limits are there for. The other thing is, if you look at ICNIRP, anything below 6 gigahertz, they typically use what's called a specific absorption rate to measure the effects, I guess. And above 6 gigahertz, they use a power density over area. So a practical example that I could probably think of is when you get sunburnt, you don't get burnt your organs, or you don't get burnt inside your body. Your skin gets burnt, and the reason ICNIRP says that the higher frequencies are measured over more superficially is for that same reason. Lower frequencies, they are saying penetrate better than the higher frequencies, so that's why they use those metrics. Now, the ITU like I've said, the EMF exposure limits are less than both those, the ICNIRP and IEEE, and 3GPP then does standardization based off of that. And I'm not going to go into too much depth with this. I know there's been a lot of debate and controversy in the media and public surrounding it. My only goal is to put 5G today in perspective, just to highlight that it's basically using 4G. They just have better technologies in their antennas, and they're not using these 30 to 90 gigahertz frequencies yet.